Welcome to Healing Powers TV. I'm your host, Laura Powers, and I'm so pleased today to have Lisa Keys here with me today. She is a nutritionist and health counselor, and we're here today to talk about detox, which I think is really important. So thanks for being on the show. And
thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. It's getting to be more popular. There's a lot of books out there about detoxification, and a subject I'm very passionate about.
And what is detoxing, and why is it important for people to know about?
Well, for me personally, I'm a cancer survivor and very thankful for that. 16 years ago I had bladder cancer, and now I've had my own practice for 10 years. And I do ionic foot baths, herbal detoxes, and people ask me all the time, why is it that that seems to be the forefront of a foundation that you talk about when you come, people come to see me. And I have found in 10 years that really is the core issue, is the need for detoxification and getting chemicals out of your system, because we're exposed now to more chemicals than we ever have been in history. 100 years ago, we did need to be more conscious of what was going on with the environment and what we were eating and what we were drinking, but now we have to be a lot more aware of what we're putting in our mouth. And kind of the cliche, you are what you eat, is getting to be more and more true.
Right, and I'm learning more and more about how just in our daily lives, most of the food that we eat, as especially as Americans, can be toxic to our bodies. There's pollution in the air and in water.
Yeah, the pesticides and chemicals are one of the biggest concerns that I have for myself, family, friends, and clients. There's over 70 different pesticides that are sprayed on most of your commercial fruits and vegetables. So for instance, an example I give, you come in and see me, and I share how we have 5 detoxifying organs in our body. And our skin being one of the largest. Sometimes our skin is coined the 3rd kidney. And then we have our liver, we have our lungs, we have our colon, and these organs are filters. I like to call them filter. And we think about changing the oil, changing the filter on a car. In fact, some people take better care of their vehicle than they take care of their physical bodies. And these filters need to be changed. And so it's important to look at, for instance, the liver does 500 functions for us each and every day. Literally 500 functions. And what an amazing organ, and it's doing one of the biggest jobs, is filtering the pollutions, the pesticides, the chemicals. One of the most dangerous pesticide chemicals that we're exposed to today is xenoestrogens, xenocancer-causing xenoestrogens that are sprayed on our fruits and vegetables. They're in plastic containers that we drink out of, and they've been linked to causing cancer. And they're saying now the average person is exposed to over 65,000. You can go to the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, and they say that 3/4 of those chemicals, they know, cause cancer and are affecting us and affecting our environment, and the consumer really just doesn't understand what is really going on out there in the exposure. And they even say that they could take, like starting from LA, California to Des Moines, Iowa, you could take a semi pickup, the big trucks, and fill them up with all of the chemicals that we're all exposed to. And from end to end, from California to Des Moines, Iowa, that's what we're exposed to in 1 year. I mean, is that not amazing and scary? You're just like, wow, this is, to think that this vehicle we have, this physical body is the most important asset we have, and yet most of us don't really know how to take care of it, and what a shame.
Yeah, and I feel like we're our own guinea pigs. I mean, a lot of these chemicals have only been started to be used in our lifetimes, or maybe in our parents' lifetimes, but we don't really know the full ramifications of the effects of them. We might have some idea, again, cancer, links to cancer, etc., but we still don't have any idea in terms of the bigger picture just how much damage we could be doing to ourselves.
Yeah, for sure. And even women come in with mysterious headaches, and then they're drinking aspartame, the diet sodas, and have no idea that that's really affecting their brain, their neurotransmitter, their liver. And then when I give that awareness and have them quit, doing that and drinking more water, just the awareness that your body's made up of 70% water, and that what we're doing right here, Laura, is drinking clean, pure water out of a glass and not out of plastic. More of the awareness is coming out about how important it is to now be drinking out of glass versus plastic because of what they're created out of, which I call them, you know, I'm pretty radical, but I call it liquid cancer, you know.
Yeah.
And especially when it gets heated up, it's even more damaging.
And we talked about this on another show too, that it's not just about us, but also then that's so bad for the environment when we're using all these plastic petroleum products. We're contributing to you know, use of these fossil fuels, which is bad in so many different ways, in addition to being bad for our health.
I really believe we've got a decade to really, all of us, get our act together and create more of an awareness. Otherwise, we have a scary future, and we have, you know, a future generation of children that are going to be our greatest asset, and we need to really be more responsible for what we're putting in our homes. That as women, we don't think about it, that our skin is our largest organ that detoxify, and then we lavish ourselves with all these chemicals of skincare that are full of mineral oil and lanolin, and then it causes your skin not to sweat and your natural ability to even detoxify. So even what you put on your skin as women, creating more of an awareness is my passion too.
Yeah, and I only have recently realized that your skin is a manifestation of what's going on deeper inside of you. So I've always had very sensitive skin, and now I'm realizing, wow, I think it's a lot of it has to do with what I'm putting in my body, and it's just coming out through my skin. Yeah,
for sure. A lot of times people don't realize how important it is to be aware of what you're putting on your skin, and that when you are having blemishes, that's like a wake-up call. My body needs to purge, and it needs to detoxify. And simply drinking water, just even adding a little bit of lemon to your water, is a great way to help assist your liver to detoxify. And then those of you that have low energy, or you're tired a lot, you're fatigued, you're not sleeping well. A lot of people come to me telling me they're not sleeping well, or they're waking up. Let's say 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. In Chinese medicine, that means the liver is overloaded. And I can't, I bet I have over 100 people in the last 10 years that have come to me and said, I wake up consistently at 2 o'clock in the morning. And they're like, what is that about? And so your body is talking. Like the skin, like you said, the blemishes or stuff. It's like, knock, knock, hello, would you take a look at me here? I need a filter change, you know, I need to detoxify here. And we're like, I need to change, you know, some skincare. And oftentimes it's like, oh, what have I been eating? And for me, you know, getting cancer in my late 30s, because I'm 50 now, I was the junk food queen of America. And I literally say, in one hip, usually about a quarter pound of M&M's, seriously, Cheetos, and a Coke. And like, cancer came knocking on my door, bladder cancer, saying, hello, I'm here. And I'm like shocked, you know, mortified, you know, and sometimes this happens. People will come and see me, and they have, you know, illnesses, and they're like, I don't know what happened. You know, I know what happened. You know, your body can't survive on Doritos and M&M's and cola for too long. You got to take care of things and take care of this amazing vehicle we have. And it's an awesome machine. And it really needs more assistance now than ever. With all the great technology medical has to offer, it's really not assisting us in the wellness that really people, I think, are looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I think you brought up a really good point that we have all these signs that our body is giving us of things that are out of balance or need to be addressed, but often we are taught to just ignore them or put a cream on or something to try and help it, when really there's a much deeper issue going on, like diet or toxins that need to be removed.
Even blood pressure. I had a young girl come and see me last week. Her blood pressure was off the charts, 27 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't really get to take a break. Even when I tell people bring water bottle to work, drink with them, the stress that people are occurring, your body even needs more support, nutritional support, when we're under this extreme stress. And I thought, how sad, you know, that our generation now, young women and men in their 20s, I bet I've seen a half a dozen people in the last month with high blood pressure, which we used to think of people like me, 50 and older, having those issues. So for me, those are huge warning signs and serious signs that are coming up with this generation.
Yeah, we definitely have to make some major changes. So I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but what is something simple, or maybe several simple things that people can do at home to help detoxify their bodies?
I'm glad that you asked. I even brought a list. So, for instance, detox baths in your home. On my website, when you get that later on here, I have a great detox bath. And it's a way that opens up your skin pores, allows your body to sweat. And that's something in our society, it's like, oh, hurry up and put the deodorant and the perfume. We don't want to sweat, but it really is a God-given mechanism we have in our body that helps our limbs. And your limbs work with your circulation and immune. So anytime we can sweat. So this bath is awesome. Really helps with inflammation and even pulling out some toxins and fiber. So we always hear about fiber, fiber, fiber. And even on the Cancer Society, they talk about how colon cancer is 98%, preventable if given the right fiber. But a key thing about fiber that I hope will be motivation to you guys is fiber absorbs fat and toxins. And your colon is one of the main storage houses for toxins. So you can buy fiber capsules at the health food store even. So I encourage my clients 3 or 4 with every meal. And so that's going to help with your elimination. And if we have 3 meals a day, the average person has 1 bowel movement a day. What happened to those other 2 bowel movements? So ideally that fiber is really going to assist. Yeah, exactly. And then I see skinny people and it looks like they're going to have twins or triplets, And then you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, they're really full of, so they need some fiber. Did you catch that? Okay. Another thing that's really important is doing what you can to pursue buying organic fruits and vegetables. It really isn't a gimmick. I mean, even my stepdad used to say years ago, oh, that organic stuff, and oh, they're just trying to figure out a way, for more money for the farmers. And as much as you can, especially I have, I call it the Dirty Dozen list, and you can get that list from me as well, but there are 12 fruits and vegetables to really consider for you and your family buying organically so that you're not absorbing all those chemicals and pesticides and then putting a big demand on your body, particularly your liver. And then Dr. Oz had on his show in the last couple months, and I can mail that article out as well, but it's probably listed on his website, that drinking chlorophyll. Chlorophyll oxygenates your body, it increases circulation, it helps with your immune system, and it's been coined with me many names. I've been called the colon queen, everybody wants that honor, but the chlorophyll is, used to call it my swamp water. Yum, don't you want to run out and get some? But chlorophyll is the plant of the blood, and the center molecule in plants is magnesium. And the center molecule in our blood is iron. And that's the only difference between plant blood and human blood. So I call it liquid oxygen, and it helps detoxify your system, detoxify your blood. They can get that at the health food store. I sell it as well in my practice. So there's just some common, really simple, I think, easy things that you can incorporate to do on a daily basis. Drink lemon water, pure water. I encourage people to do my Detox Bath recipe a couple times a week, and then doing the ionic foot detox that you did on my office, to me, is a really simple, easy way. Was that not simple?
It was, yeah, and I'll post a separate video of that so you can see what that is like. It's really interesting.
Thank you, Laura.
Great. Well, this has been a fascinating conversation. Is there anything else that you would specifically like the audience to know before we wrap up for today?
Well, please visit my website. I have a couple goodies for you. I have my Detox Bath for you, and it's visionsofnaturalhealth.com. And then on there you can download the Detox Balancing Bath. I also have a little detox handout questionnaire that you can print up and really find out really how toxic you are. I'm an author of a couple books, Healthy Food Choices Made Simple, and then for practitioners, the Guide to Physical Awareness and Nutritional Implementation, long name, huh? You can do 13 different exams with you and your client and really locate different foundational nutritional needs that they have. So that's a recent book that I wrote this last fall.
That's great. And this book, Healthy Food Choices, is great. It's a pocket guide which you can take with you to the grocery store to help you with shopping and knowing what to buy, which is really fantastic.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. So now I don't really eat too much M&Ms anymore. Let's see. I try to keep it balanced, the 80-20 rule. You just don't want to live on this stuff I mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening. I hope this was a blessing to you.
Thank you so much. And I'll go ahead and post this information on my website as well, which is www.healingpowers.net. Thank you.